In today's video, we're going to look at something really cool, little toy model cars, and in particular, Dinky Toys. Now, when I started my auction life back 30 years ago, Dinky Toys were the first ones I really come across at the auction house I worked at. And I think today I'm going to run through, I'm going to show you which ones to be on the lookout, and I'm going to show you some of the prices that I've made this year already. So when you're out and about thrifting or at the antiques fairs or wherever you buy your stock from or your bits and pieces, you know which ones to pick up and which ones are selling hot now. So let's get straight across and see what's selling. So here we have a pre-war set. Now this is a very, very cool one. I love this. If you look at this, this is a pre-war 156 mechanised army set. Now look at how cool is that. And as you can see from the box, it's a pre-war one, which means it was before the before the Second World War. And as you can see here, it's all complete. And it's just that it looks in really, really cool condition. There's a few paint chips, obviously, but finding it in the box as well, it's just an absolute brilliant find. And it sold for £2,250. Now, what you find with these all got split up, and then the models would go out, and you can't get them all together in the original box. Now, with this one, it's the rarity. It's to find all those models and that box all together. Absolutely brilliant lot. And yeah, 2,250. What a start. Now we have the good old Austin taxi. And as you can see here, model number 254. And if you look at the photo, look at the paintwork. It's gleaming. It looks like it's just it's just come out the factory. And now this is why this one made so much money. It's a rare model, and the condition of it, look at the condition. It's virtually, like he's put in the title, virtually mint. Lovely. I mean, look at the box. This model must have just been bought, been sitting in a chair or in a loft or an attic and never been touched. And now this is what the collectors want. If you can get them in this condition, the prices can be through the roof. And as you can see, 1,300 for this one sold for. What a lovely model. Now, next up, we have a Dinky Toys 908, model number 908, Mighty Avatar low loader with the transformer load. And as you can see in the box there, it's all in its original box. It's still got all the inserts and the transformers still in its original box. And just a really rare model again. And look at the price. This one was an auction. It had 42 bids and it made 1,241. So again, really rare piece. And there was 42 people after it, 42 bidders. Wonderful result, 1,241. Lovely model. Go and find another one. That's one of those. And now next up, we have a Dinky Toys Guy 4-ton lorry. When you think of Dinky Toys, I immediately think of Fodens, Guy lorries, delivery trucks, that type of thing. In my head, this is this is the traditional Dinky toy. And look at this one. This one sold at auction, 14 bids, £323. And with this, it's just the condition. This model, you do find this model, you do see them out and about. It's not a rare model, but it's just the condition. Look at the paintwork. Look at the tyres. Again, this one's been put away. It's been well looked after, and it's in superb condition. So that's why this one commanded such a high price for the condition. Next up, this is very, very cool. We've got a trade box. Now, what a trade box is, obviously, was how they were sent out from the Dinky factory to the shops, and then the shopkeepers would take them out and sell one at a time. That type of way. So you wouldn't have an individual box, you'd sell them one at a time. So these were how they went to the shop. Now these are 152B military cars, as you can see, and it's just absolutely fabulous. Find them in the trade box. People do just collect. You do get collectors who will only buy the trade models in the trade boxes, and that's what they collect. And as you can see here, this little lot made 795. And it just comes down to the rarity of finding all the models in the trade box. Very, very cool. Great little find. This time we've got an unboxed model, but again, this is a pre-war one. And it's a 4-seater car, number 36F. How cool is this? Look at that. I mean, what a find. Really rare model. But again, the condition on this, it looks pretty good from the photo. Maybe, as you can see, the white tyres are starting to perish, but that's just because of what they're made of. The rubber, they do perish over time, so that's acceptable. But the model looks in pretty good condition. And again, it's go and find me another one. Go and find me another 36F in this condition. You'll struggle to find it. You've got a little driver in there. Cool little model. And this one made £320. Again, it was sold via auction, 20 bids, so lots of people after it. You can see there's lots of collectors for these early models. Now we come on to more of a later model, as you can see here, a Dinky Toys Eagle Transporter from Space 1999. Now look at that, in the old bubble packaging. And how cool is that? Really, really cool. And as you can see, it looks like it's never been out. Lovely condition, the model. Now, this one made £270. And again, this is more like your TV related. Some people just collect TV related models. And it's a nice model. Again, you do see these out and about, but the reason why it commanded the price, condition once again. Next up, we have this Mersey Tunnel, this Land Rover. How cool is this? Look at that. And again, you're gonna hear me say this word throughout this run through, condition. And look at it, the condition's really, really cool. And this one's actually got spun hubs. Now, what that means, if you look at like basically the wheel trims, they're spun, and different models, rarities, have different hubs and style of hubs. It's quite, I don't want to say weird, because it's just rarity. There might only be a few models with certain type of hubs which were produced. So and it's a bit like saying it's the same with the interior. On some of the model cars, some of the interior, some of the seats can be a certain colour and they're rarer than others. So with that, it's just doing a bit of research, getting the old Dinky book out and seeing what the rare models are. But this one's got the spun hubs, and this one sold for £499, so £500. And again, condition and the rarity, nice model. Now, next up, something a little bit different. We got the CV Citroen, the little van again. Now, this one's actually a French Dinky. Now, French Dinkies really have risen in price. I mean, when I first started in the auctioneering world some 30 years ago, French Dinkies, you'd struggle to sell. You know, everyone wanted like the English ones, but over the years, because of the prices, the English ones absolutely skyrocketed. People then started to collect the French Dinkies, and now because there was less of them as well, they've even got rarer. So the prices on the French Dinkies have in fact overtook some of the British ones. So this always be on the lookout for the French Dinkies, because they can command some very high prices. Now, as you can see here, it's 1,195. Now, this one's got a little bit of a variation. This is the rare adhesive label version. So if you see the little logo label on the door, that's a stick-on one. So with that, you got to make sure it's an original one and not a reprinted sticker. But look at that for a price, 1,195 for a French Dinky. So something to bear in mind, French Dinkies. Next up, we have another model car. This one's the Ford Fairy line. Now, just again, I'm going to say the word again. Look at the condition, not only of the car, but the box. It's just been sat in a drawer for all these years, for 50, 60 years. Look at it. It's just lovely, lovely condition. Not being played with, lovely paintwork. And again, this one sold for £695. And what's more to say, it's go and find me another one in that condition like it. You're going to struggle. Right, next up, we have these really cool racing cars. Look at these. I love these. Again, these are in my head. When someone says Dinky Toys, I see racing cars like this. And this is a 201 model set number 201. And as you can see, you've got some plastic figures as well in the presentation box. And it's just rare to find it. Another rare set. And look at the condition. The cars look immaculate. The only thing I can see with the condition, the actual box, if you look at the box, you'll see that the window's got some cracks in, but that happens. I mean, that happens. But the main part of it's there. And look at the condition, 745. Look at the condition. Sorry, look at the price, £745. And it's the condition. They're just in lovely, lovely nick. Oh, I'd really like that set. That's really cool. Now we're moving on to another Dinky. Now, this one, I've just talked about French Dinkies. This is actually a South African issue. So again, a bit more rarity there. And look at this one, the Ford console called Cortina, number 139. And again, condition's lovely. No box this time, just the model, but £772. I mean, that's a price for an unboxed model, isn't it? But again, just a rarity again. South African issue, something to look out for. French Dinkies, South African, something a little bit different. And the collectors who are into them really will pay a premium if the right model comes along for what they want. Next up, we have a TV related. I do like the TV related. Now, this one's the Spectrum Patrol car, of course, from Captain Scarlet, old Jerry Anderson. And again, this is just in lovely condition. As you can see, £233. You do see these, so this is one that you can see out and about. You see it unboxed a lot, but it's just in nice nick, £233. Good price. And now we have a Dinky Toys pre-war again, a 2023B Hotchkiss racing car. Now, this is very, very cool. Now, as you can see, it's got some paint chips. The tyres are all perishing, But look at the price for an unboxed model, 445. And it's just because it's really rare, really early. Go and find me another one. Please, just find me another one. You won't. But someone did, and that's why it's ended up here selling for this price. So I say go and find me another one. They are out there, unless you got to know these things, that it's got to be in the head. 32B Hotchkiss racing car. You know it's a good one now, so be on the lookout. And now we have a Dinky Toys delivery van. Now, I absolutely love these delivery vans. I think they're so cool. Now, this one's the number 28, and as you can see, Hovis for tea. Little Hovis delivery van, and I think they're so cool. There's lots of different delivery vans. You've seen them. But this one made £445, 18 bids. And again, it's got some more details. It's got smooth hubs and open rear windows. They did different variations of the van with obviously closed windows, what have you. But just a nice model. And as you can see, it's in okay condition. There's chips all over it, but it's just, again, the rarity of the model. And yeah, it's one I'd like to own. I'd love to have that. Look really cool. If you had 4 or 5, all the delivery vans on a shelf somewhere, really cool. Now we move on again. We've got another Dinky Toys, of course, model 171, the Hudson Commodore sedan. And look at this, the nice grey and blue. And again, I'm going to say it again, it's the condition. It's almost mint and boxed. A very rare mint and box just basically means exactly the same as the day it was made. It's mint, it's never been touched. And it looks, this one looks fabulous. Look at the box, look at the car, £595. Again, it's the condition that's put this one over the line. And it's just such a cool little model. Another TV related here. And now this time we've got Thunderbirds. And it's old Lady Penelope's Fab 1. Now, they did lots of versions of Fab 1, so I'm not going to go into them here. We're just going to look at the one in front of us. And look at that. How cool is that? The condition looks cool. It's in its box. And this one made £350. Now, you do see the Fab 1s out and about in the wild, so, you know, you can pick these up. But most of the time, I'll be totally honest, they're all bashed and crashed because the kids absolutely loved them. I did. And I used to play with it and smash it around, so they'd all be chipped. I'd lose all the figures. I'd lose all the missiles. And it just wouldn't be complete. But this one looks in lovely nick, £350. Now, here we have something a little bit different, still Dinky related, but not a toy as such. This was actually a shop display, and it actually lighted up, and you'd have like the cars underneath, and the shopkeeper would obviously sell them. It's decoration for a shop display. And look at this, £650. So it's not just the actual model cars. Anything to do with Dinky can do quite well, because for a collector, if you can imagine, they've got a display case or they've got a shelf, to have that above it, illuminated above their collection, would look fabulous. And the collectors actually buy these so they can put them in the man cave or wherever they collect the models, and have that on display as well and have it looking like a little shop. And it just makes it look so cool. And look at that, £650 just for the old Dinky display sign. Really cool. Hopefully you found that information useful, and it's give you some ideas for what to be on the lookout for when you're out and about. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below. That'd be really cool. And check out this video over here if you want to see more bits and pieces that you should be on the lookout for when you're out and about. Thanks for watching.